It's been a while since I've made some videos. Been busy with work, and also I've been trying my best to try and get over this motion sickness, this VR motion sickness that I've been experiencing when trying to use the actual controllers to move around freely in VR. Today I want to talk about specifically that, getting used to actually moving around in VR using controllers, meaning in the real world you are stationary and you move around just using controllers. I've been using this app called Gun Club VR to do so for a bunch of different reasons. Mainly look like a cool app, but also it doesn't involve too much movement, so I can freely move around, but most of it is actually done from a stationary point of view, so I can do it at my own pace. So let's open this app now. So this is how the app kind of starts. You have different options. You can be in a sitting position, or if you're going to be in a standing position, you can change it around. I find that actually trying to do this standing makes it a lot worse. For the last, I would say, maybe a week and a half, I've been trying to build up my VR legs, and I find it's actually quite difficult for me. I've never had really any kind of motion sickness in the real world, but it's a completely different story in here, to the point where I was starting to get a little bit nervous, I would say, because there are tons of games that I have not tried yet, because it is going to involve a lot of this type of movement. I don't have a very large play space where I can just completely walk on my own. I would like to try that at some point though, and I have a feeling I might have to do it in an outside space, even though I know you're not supposed to do that. Probably I'll do it either under some kind of a canopy, or maybe just on a really cloudy day. But I do want to try that at some point. But for now, I'm trying to build up my VR stomach, I would say, because just moving around can be just really disorienting. Now, I've been playing this for a while now, as you can see. I don't get to jump in too often between work, and quite frankly, the motion sickness has been really putting it off for me. But I have jumped in here a couple of times. What I'll do is I'll play maybe for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I'll jump back out. Because I would say about a week and a half ago, I tried doing this, and when I started getting that feeling of motion sickness, I thought I could just push through it, which I know you're not supposed to do. I've heard a lot of YouTubers say that you should not try to push through, because it actually just makes it worse. And it did. In fact, I felt sick even after taking it off. And then at one point I put it back on maybe the next day, and I wasn't even moving. And as soon as I saw the screen in front of my face, I started feeling sick. So it might be psychosomatic, who knows. So I have been getting a little bit better though, and I'll show you how by using this app. So this is the loadout when you get here. Now I am currently sitting, but it's set up so that it seems like I'm standing. It is easier for me because I've noticed that when I am actually standing in real life and I try to move around, what happens is I will unconsciously move either forward or backwards, meaning I'll lean forwards and backwards to try and compensate for the actual in-game motion, and that just disorients me even more. But right now, as long as I keep my movements slow and steady like this, at first, I mean, you can go a little faster, it's manageable. I can still feel a little bit of the queasiness there, But if I do it slow and steady, strafe, right to left, it's not terrible. Now for turning, obviously I could just turn my head, right? And that's fine. But in a stationary position or sitting position like this, it's not always the best thing to do because I'm just turning my head, not my whole body. But to actually turn my whole body, I can use the right joystick to, well, actually it's stuck in that menu there. Let's point it this way. And as you can see, I am just rotating. I'm doing the snap turn. Trying to do smooth turn right off the bat was a bad idea. It makes it 10 times worse. So right now I'm just trying to get used to this motion. Left to right, front to back, and then snap turning. And then I can kind of do a little combination of the two, and we're still good. We're still okay. I do have an issue with changing elevation. So if I am, and I'm going to show you that in a moment when I jump to one of these levels, if it's going up a flight of stairs, it changes the elevation. And it's almost like I have to find a place to look, otherwise I will get motion sick. Again, I'm hoping it's just something that I can overcome. Now, I've been using this mainly for, well, I've been enjoying it as well. I'll do a whole nother video on this because I feel it deserves its own little video. But for now, I'm actually using this in this video to show you how I've been trying to overcome my VR motion sickness and try to earn my VR legs, as they say. So let me just grab this, get this ready. All right, let's go here because this has the most environments. Why did that happen? Yeah, I'll talk about that in another video about how this whole game works. So let's go to easy difficulty because I'm not actually trying to just play the game. I want to get that out of the way so I can actually move around. So right now there's little, are you kidding me? There we go. So I'm trying to do this as quick as possible because I don't want to waste time doing this. So as you can see, I have to move around. I can teleport that way. Let's get this out of the way. In fact, I think I'll just skip all this for you. So I won't show you this. Oh, that's easy. Alright, so that's done. Now, again, I'll do this in a separate video. Now, I don't know how to close this without leaving, unfortunately. It's going to keep popping up. Hopefully it won't be too much of a pain. But what I'm going to do now is actually just move around this map. This thing is going to keep popping in front of me. There's no way to kind of get rid of that. If you notice that there's a little obstacle in front of me, that if I climb over it, it's going to raise my field of vision up slightly because I'm basically climbing over it. And just that little shift, when done quickly, can actually start the effect of that motion sickness. Now, over here, you'll see a flight of stairs, which I'm going to try and climb. And again, doing this right now, I've gotten used to somewhat, but it's that abrupt change of elevation, even just a few inches, is having an effect on me. And I hope I could just get used to it. Having that screen just kind of, show up in front of me doesn't help either, but so far I'm kind of getting used to it, being able to do this. As I said, baby steps. I'm doing this and I'm fine. I'm okay. Now, I could actually move around here using teleportation, and that's fine. That works great for me. But I want to get used to doing it this way, because I want to play these games that when I first got this, which was around December, there was a whole bunch of sales going on, so I purchased quite a few of these games. And then over time, you know, there's always sales. So I just, you know, continue buying and buying and buying. But I haven't even tried any of them yet, because I want to be able to enjoy them thoroughly. And I don't think I can do that unless I am acclimated to it. That made my stomach kind of drop just a little bit. But again, at this point, it's trying to have that recovery now, and I am doing better. Now, again, this is also very slow movement, but I'm getting better at it. I think I am. At least I hope I am. Glad the screen stayed over there, because that thing was annoying me. But again, going upstairs, that is, yeah. Aside from that, though, I'm getting better at it. When I say I had to stop playing for a couple of days, I truly mean that. And it's because I was just getting so sick. Those drops, even though I'm mentally prepared for them, my stomach doesn't agree. Now, just that little bit, you know, it's affected me. But I try to take those little breaks in between. Now, again, if you've never jumped into VR, this is something that you might have to deal with. Now, whether it's a common thing or not, I honestly don't know. I have heard the term VR legs plenty of times, which would indicate that it is an issue. Whether it's a difficult issue for everyone or just for some of us, that I don't really know. All I care about at this point is, will I be able to overcome it? That's really all I care about. Now, hopefully, it is an issue that most people can overcome. But it's also an issue that I don't hear people talk about too much, other than these YouTubers that they say, oh, you know, I have a good stomach for it. I have good VR legs, because they've been in it for years. But that's it. They don't say anything else. They never usually say how they overcame it, what they had to do, or anything in the beginning of how they felt in the beginning of it. None of that. So I figure, let me make a video about it. So maybe some people like me who are new to this or are thinking about jumping into this, at least have a better idea as to what to expect. Now, as I said, just moving around like this is okay. I've gotten used to that, mostly. It's just when things shift up and down, that's what's really changing it for me. Now let's go back to our little loading screen so I could take a little bit of a break. Okay, so we're back here. Let's go to one that's a little bit easier, that doesn't have a lot of ups and downs. Let's go to the warehouse. Again, we'll make it an easy one so I can skip ahead. I still have the gun, yeah. Okay. Stage clear. Alright, again, now that that's done, we can move around here. Still haven't figured out how to go up those that ladder. With the teleport function, I could just point and jump up there. And I know a lot of games actually work that way. And I will at some point... Can I touch this? No. Oh, I exploded it. And at some point, I'll probably play those first. But again, I want to play like Saints and Sinners. I want to get that out of the way. And that has a lot of this type of motion from my understanding. There's Arizona Sunshine that I also have. There's, what's the other one? There's Resident Evil. There's Green Hell. There's, I think Song in the Smoke does a mixture of the two, of teleportation and free moving. But I have all those games almost since I purchased this headset, and I still haven't even tried them. Hopefully I can build this up enough so that I can have the courage to jump in, because I also want to record my first impressions of them so that I can kind of give an honest impression and not have something where, oh yeah, I've played it for like a month and now I'm just kind of, you know, jumping in and saying, oh, it's this, it's that, when I want you to actually see and learn along with me as I make mistake after mistake after mistake. Now again, I don't know how to climb this ladder. You start and it kind of just does that, and then you get stuck here, and that's it. But this is easy. This I've gotten to the point where it's okay, and I can do this. When I first jumped into this, I was using teleport, and then I tried to do what I'm doing now, and as I said, it was awful. It was really bad, and my ego did not let me stop when I should have. My ego kept saying, you know, man up. You can, you know, you're not a child. You shouldn't be getting motion sick like this. And yet, I was. But this is what is up with that door? Yeah, I don't like that. At some point, I'm probably gonna end up playing horror games, but right now, that's yeah, I don't need that experience yet. But this is working for me. Just using it as an exercise. So I'm moving around with the left joystick to move front, back, left, right, and then to actually turn around, I'm using the joystick on the right hand. And I'm just getting used to going back and forth. Now, can I do it while shooting? Let's see. I can kind of do that. So yeah, I think I've gotten a bit better at this. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this turning around is making me a little disoriented and a little queasy, but not anything to the point where I am where I just want to stop. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. It's something that they don't really do too often, and by they I'm talking about YouTubers. All the YouTubers that I've watched that got me excited about VR, that introduced me to VR through their video, very few of them actually address these issues. And I do wish I had known more about this when I first got the headset. Maybe I would have taken a little bit more time in the beginning to actually work that out. But I am doing it now. And again, it helps to do it in baby steps. Maybe at some point I'll build up enough that I can get away from the snap turn and have that nice smooth turn the way I have the smooth motion. But for now, I think this is what I'm going to be working with for the next few weeks. Hopefully that helped some people. If you found this video informative, if you enjoyed it, maybe leave a like. If you want to see more of this, maybe subscribe. Or not. It is up to you. I would appreciate it though. And with any luck, I will see you in the next one. And until then, take care.